we are then, the big Skegness Beach race. This is the Saturday race, the 1.5 hour race. So tomorrow, the Sunday's going to be the big 3 hour race, so I'll upload that in a couple of days. But you can see we're just following the quad down to the start. I am quite near the front. I got number 2, Sean Wayne right there to the left of me, he's number 1. Following Nick Webster down on the quad now to the start gate, and then we can get on the way. Here we go, he's building up some speed now. Steady on, Nick. So we managed to sneak to the front here, so now it's the big race to the gate. Oh, nearly went down there. Wow. So you can see there's 3 gates to choose from, so I choose this far right gate. Managed to get right near the front there, so that should give us a nice start. And we're off. And big 450 just ripping out of the start, but that'll do, we're top 10, I'll settle for that. First junior. Oh, one rider stopped dead there. So wipe the roost off just at the end of the first straight. I think we've managed to be about 5th position at this moment. Didn't get stuck too bad, so that's a good start. We're on this second straight. Oh, here we go. Whoa, Carnage. We're stuck, we're stuck. Whoa, managed to just push my way over that and wiggle my way through, but if you can see, look, there's no tracks in front, and we actually managed to get to the lead over them next couple of humps there. So that's interesting. I've never really led a beach race, so this could be fun for the first lap. Send some of these dunes and just rail the corners. Come down this straight now onto the seafront, down the big fast straight. Oh, beautiful, look at that. Fresh beach to myself. Blue skies. What more could you ask for? Come down under the pier, you can see all the spectators there. Really good turnout for this event. Something special. Now I haven't walked this part of the track, so I'm not 100% sure where I'm going, so I'm just a little bit cautious on this first lap here. Don't want to hit anything too major what'll get me stuck. It's back under the pier and there's a couple of big mounds here. It's actually a really cool section, this. You go down this straight now and there's a bit of a double over a hole. Careful through this bit, couple of holes. Just making sure I get over these mounds in one piece and we don't get stuck. Oh, a little bit of a wobble on there, and I hear a big 450 down the inside. And he comes flying through, so we drop down to second there. Waste too much energy on this first lap and do anything stupid. These big mounds are just really soft. Coming to the end of the first lap now. We're still in second position, and as you can see, this was the problem with the Saturday race. They built these mounds really big that they left the edges quite narrow, so we were all just squeezing down the edges everywhere, not actually using the main hump. It was a little bit of a problem because later on everyone's just queuing down the edges, no one dared use the middle bit, so not ideal, but we managed to squeeze through. You can see, look to the left, the Carnage. They're all still on the first lap, so I've got to go through that in a minute. So there we go, that's one lap completed. We're going to the big Red Bull banner. We're onto this first straight, which is, there's people stuck everywhere, you know, these poor buggers. We've only gone over about 2 or 3 humps. They're still on the very first straight off the start, so they're having a nightmare. I bet there's some bikes steaming there. We managed to sneak past a couple of riders. Another one stuck there. Whoa, this man's going backwards. Wrong way, mate. There you can see the GoPro doesn't do it justice at all. It is very tough, you know, for a beginner. I wouldn't even do it if you're a beginner rider, even an intermediate to expert rider. It's such a tough race. You can see it's just hard to control the bike. 1 minute you're going in a straight line and the next minute you just fire off to the right. Getting a little bit of roost there. You've just got to expect the unexpected with these beach races. You just don't know what's at the other side of these mounds. Oh, steady kid. Nearly ran him over then. I think that puts us into about 4th or 5th position. We're 3 or 4 laps in now. Just trying to keep it up. We've had a few little crashes. Nothing too major. Still circulating, the bike's good. Just trying to get into a flow now. It's this part of the race when you get about half an hour in where the mounds start to get lower because everyone's been riding over them and getting stuck, so you get like little channel grooves so you can start to jump them a little bit. You just got to be careful that you don't jump them and someone's stuck at the other side. Now you see this was the tricky part. Everyone was going down the edges of the humps like I said, and if someone crashes or you know the bike stops in that groove, you're kind of committed to it, so it's hard to get round it. Haven't noticed, I am riding the enduro bike, so I'm riding the 300 TPI enduro bike. Always done it on a 4-stroke, either a 350 or a 450, so really just trying to learn how to ride this bike. It's completely different. The first sort of few straights where the spectators stand along the front, they were really hard this year, really tricky, some real steep mounds. But then this middle bit was actually quite nice and flowing, so there wasn't too much technical stuff in this. It was just nice berms and you could really get a good flow going. So the last couple of years you've had mounds sort of all over the track. It's quite hard all the way around, whereas this year you had some really extra hard sections, but then some nice flowing bits in the middle, so I really like the way they went with the track build this year. You can see it's just a case of dodging riders, they're just crashing all over the place. 45 minutes in now. It's an hour and a half long race, so we're just going to do a quick pit stop, refuel the bike and get some fresh goggles on. Quite a long way around to these pits, so don't want to be doing this if we can too much. Yeah.
Oh, just nice timing now.
Oh, I got bad arm pump.
Bad arm pump?
Yeah, bad.
Where are you, big girl?
I can't fucking keep my hands on bars.
Stepping up now.
So we've had a quick shot, some fresh goggles, time to get going. So we work our way out of these pits now. It's pretty chaos in here, to be fair. Won't be surprised if there was some crashes in the pits, never mind out on track. So we get back out on the circuit now. If you heard from the pit stop, I've been really struggling with arm pump. Usually I get it kind of half an hour in at these beach races, and then it kind of goes at the 45-50 minute mark, so I'm hoping it was going to clear. But it just didn't for some reason this race. I think because I was just not used to the bike, I wasn't flowing too well. The enduro suspension's probably a little bit soft, so that wasn't helping. And the power of the enduro bike was a little bit not slow, but it just a different power feel to it. I think because the gear ratio and things, quite a long gear ratio. It was second was really aggressive and spun up, and then once I hooked third, it wanted to just bog, and the front just wanted to dive everywhere. So I was kind of having to hit humps and hit the mound in third, and then knock it down to second in the air for the landing. Hopefully tomorrow on the 3-hour race we can put this practice into play and get a good result. Now, one thing that I did struggle with this race is I actually got like pins and needles in my hands. I don't know if it's from just revving the two-stroke so much and the vibrations, but I've never really had that before. I had like a numb sensation in the end of my fingers, so that wasn't ideal. Struggling to hang on and use that clutch. But again, I think we're going to make some changes tonight and try and get the bike working a little bit better tomorrow, stiffen the suspension up. Maybe play with that power valve and turn it out a little bit so the power's a bit more instant. It's not kind of a slow build up, if you will, because we have wound that power valve in a little bit for normal enduros, because you know when it's slippy and greasy you want that power to be nice and smooth, but in this beach sand you just want it to just kick in instantly. So we'll make a couple of adjustments tonight and hopefully that'll help. All race, these couple of straights with these humps were just absolute chaos. Rider down there. Just gotta be careful you don't jump off these dunes and land on someone, because you know, not only could it end your race, it could could cause a bit of an injury. Onto the fast straight now. Look, you can see it's a lot rougher than before. That first lap I had it to myself, it was brilliant. If anyone's done Skegness Beach race before, they'll know what it's like to ride on this. The GoPro makes it look really easy compared to how hard it is. For the likes of like Western Beach race, Western's quite easy compared to Skegness. Western's a lot wetter, so the sand's a lot firmer. It's a lot harder to ride on. It's more hard packed sand. There is a lot of bogs and things which can catch you out at Western. You've got to be careful of, but Skegness is just pure dune sand the whole way around, so you shut that throttle off, it just wants to pitch you over the bars. I mean, you can see next lap round this section here in a minute. Coming in third gear and I just shut off and wha-bam! Big crash there, straight over the handlebars. Knocked the wind out of myself. Not ideal when you've got 15 minutes to go and I'm absolutely done. Bike's just wedged in the sand there, you can see. We'll get back on, we'll keep going. I'm not letting this sand defeat me. I will learn how to ride it. I mean, Jeffrey Earlings would make it look like a motorway, but I don't know how them boys do it in this sand. They just have such a good technique. Just up on the pegs and, you know, keeping it flat out. Just letting the bike go where it wants. Real tough race. I think we end up dropping back to about 11th position at the end of the hour-and-a-half race, but not ideal, not exactly what I wanted, but you know, I'll take it, it's a finish, and hopefully we can make a few adjustments like I said and come back tomorrow with a better result. This section was real cool though. You actually get a flow going and start to double a few little bits and things. Tomorrow's race, the Sunday race, the 3-hour race on, I'll be uploading that in a couple of days as well, so keep your eyes out for that. I will say I was riding a lot better than this. Really got into my zone, got used to the 2-stroke. Just trying to slalom my way in and out of a few people there. Just trying to get to that finish now. I am. My arms are pretty done for. So yeah, there we go, we've finished. We ended up 11th. So I'm going to sleep on that, make a couple of bike adjustments and try and come back swinging tomorrow. We'll have a good night's sleep and put in what we can. But yeah, if you like the videos, just give us a like and subscribe, and yeah, leave us a comment. We'll see you soon.